Let's look at the report structure. How a report is supposed to look like, or the formatting of a report. So, a report is mainly made up of three parts, and that is the introduction, the text, and then the terminal section. But before the introduction is the heading or any other business document. So, there is always a heading before the introduction, a heading of the report. Yeah, so we mainly deal with three parts, that is the introduction, the text, and then the terminal section. We have what we call a main structure report and then a short report. So for the main structure report, it's the one that has the introduction, the text, and then the terminal section. So we shall start with the introduction. Introduction, first of all, it has the heading, which is the title of the report. Then it has the name of the organization. Then it has the terms of reference, then the scope of the report, like what is included in the report, what has been considered in the report, authorization of the report, and then the date of authorization. Then it also has background of the topic of study, then the procedure or the methodology that has been used. So that is the introduction heading, terms of reference, background, and then procedure or methodology. Then the second part of the main structure report is the text. So this section provides all the necessary explanation of the report. It includes the interpretation of the data, then the comments on the significance of findings, and it is often referred to as the discussion of findings or data analysis. So it has all the explanations about the report and the subject matter, the interpretation, the comments, the discussion, and everything. It can even include the graphs, tables, and all that. So it provides all the necessary explanations of the report, the text section. The last part of the main structure report is the terminal section. Terminal is something like the end. So this section contains the summary, conclusions, and then recommendations of the report. The main function of this is to point out the whole report and then make its final meaning clear and then distinct. So it presents an impression about the report by giving a summary and then a conclusion and then recommendation. So it should be based on the text and should not include any new information that wasn't included in the text, but it should just be like a wrap, like you're wrapping it up. What we have under the terminal section, we have the summary. So the summary reflects on what has been discussed and analyzed in the text in a brief form. You are trying to make things simple and understandable in the summary. So it is based on the section of discussion and then analysis, which is the text section. Then the conclusion, this one evaluates facts discussed in the text, and then you come to a standpoint. You come to a conclusion, like therefore this and that. It can include personal opinion of a researcher or a writer. The researcher can be like, according to the information that has been found, this is the conclusion. This and that is like that. Yes, so it may include the personal opinion of the researcher or a writer. However, it is a logical implication of the findings. It should reflect what was discussed in the text section. Then the recommendation, this one suggests the action to be taken or the decision to be made basing on the findings and then the conclusions. So recommendation, it's something like a suggestion. It may be taken or not. So that is the terminal section. It has the summary, conclusion, and then the recommendation of the report. Then we have a short report. This one takes a structure of either a letter or a memo. It doesn't follow the other structure of a main report. A short report can just take in format. It can be like a letter or a memo format. It is not supposed to have those three sections, the introduction, then the text, and then the terminal section. No.